To the other major headline breaking today, the White House announcing for the first time U.S. ground troops, Special Operations Forces, will enter Syria to help in the fight against ISIS. A reversal for President Obama, who has said in the past there would be no U.S. combat forces in Syria. Tonight, the White House saying their mission will be to help train local forces. But we saw what just happened in recent days against ISIS in Iraq. Elite U.S. forces pulled into a deadly firefight themselves. One American fighter, a father of four, killed in the line of duty. So can the White House be sure what these forces could face in Syria? ABC's chief global affairs correspondent, Martha Raddatz.
This is what it can look like when U.S. Special Operations Forces are on the ground fighting ISIS. Just last week, the first American combat death at the hands of the terror group in Iraq. And now, the U.S. is sending Special Operations Forces, close to 50 of them, to Syria, with no promise from the White House that the number won't increase.
I don't want to try to predict the future here.
Putting American troops on the ground in one of the most dangerous places on the planet is a major shift in the fight against ISIS. But today, the White House downplayed it again and again.
They do not have a combat mission. They have a training, advising, and assist mission. Strictly train, advise, and assist role. The train, advise, and assist mission.
Train, advise, and assist was also the promise made about American troops in Iraq. And yet the Delta Force was still pulled into that deadly firefight last week. And just look how the number of American troops in Iraq has climbed since June of 2014, going from 300 to 1,600, and now to more than 3,500 troops.
And Martha Raddatz with us now, live from Washington. And Martha, a lot of these veterans' families are going to be asking, how can we be sure the American forces will only be training and assisting and not pulled into combat like what we saw in recent days?
Well, we can't really, David. Even though they say the Special Operations Forces will be in a headquarters, that does not mean they won't see combat, David.
All right, Martha Raddatz with us tonight. Thank you, Martha.